Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Genesis chapters 30 and 31. As we navigate this 3-minute thought, it's a reminder that throughout Scripture, God applies His promises from His people of old to us, even still to this day. Genesis chapter 30, if we're going to summarize these couple chapters in a few minutes here, Genesis 30 is a demonstration of how Jacob's family is beginning to grow. There's rivalry happening between Leah and Rachel. Rachel, who isn't able to have kids, has a bit of a moment where she says, if you don't give me kids, I'm going to die. A little bit of drama going on there. But Rachel, in her barrenness, in her inability to have kids, gives her servant girl, Bilhah, to Jacob, who is then able to give him 2 sons. Leah feels neglected. She also gives her maid, Zilpah, to Jacob, giving him 2 more sons. Leah will then get pregnant, and she'll have some children of her own, including a daughter whose name is Dinah. Finally, God is going to remember His promise to Rachel, and that the lineage will continue through her as well. She'll be able to conceive and give birth to Joseph, whose name then reflects her hope for having more blessings. Jacob continues to seek independence from Laban, trying to negotiate a deal to keep some speckled and spotted livestock as his wages. And with some clever breeding habits, along with God's favor, Jacob's flock multiplies, making him monstrously prosperous. In chapter 31, tensions rise between Laban's sons and Jacob as they start to accuse Jacob of taking their inheritance. How dare you get all of these sheep? God gives Jacob a little bit of direction and tells him to return back to his homeland. So Jacob secretly leaves with his family, his possessions in the middle of the night, right? It's kind of like in the darkness of the night kind of deal. Laban pursues them, but is warned by God in a dream not to harm Jacob. When they finally meet up, Jacob confronts Laban about the mistreatment over the 20 years of service. Eventually, they make this covenant of peace that is marked by a big pile of stones as a witness. Laban blesses his daughters and his grandchildren, and they part ways. Now, if we're wondering what in the world this has to do with us today, these chapters can serve as a reminder that even in seasons of conflict and uncertainty, God's faithfulness is constant. In the same way that God provided for Jacob and guided him, we are able to trust that God can work in our lives as well. He can even use the difficult situations to fulfill His purposes. Sometimes, even the most challenging circumstances in our lives draw us back to the presence of God where we can experience His blessings all the more. That's it for today. Be well, friends.